You're listening to the Sports Cycle on 105.1 Live. I'm your host, Timothy McKain, and today we have a very, very special guest, Jalen Mebane, who recently fought at Ultimate Battlegrounds 5, and he actually defeated Rlayang Libertatum. Jalen, what was your experiences in your very first fight?
Well, really, it wasn't as bad. I really thought going into the ring I was gonna be nervous and stuff, but got the people around me help me, so I don't be nervous at all. Theo helped me with a lot of breathing techniques and stuff, and after that, pretty much, I meditated for a little bit, then I prayed, talked to God, and pretty much went out there and really just did my thing.
And you really did your thing, man. I mean, you were very, very calm in the ring for your very first fight. You know what I mean? I could just tell, it just seemed like this couldn't have been your first fight.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying that, though. But it really is. It's just, I started at a young age, and, we couldn't fight till I was at the age of 18. And I started when I was like 15 or 16. Yeah, I've been at Primal for a couple years.
Word.
Yeah, and these guys, the people that's at my gym, they helped me get to where I'm at today. Because truly, in honesty, without them, I wouldn't be here to where I'm at today. Especially this guy.
Theo, especially Theo. I believe that. I believe that. So what led you to ultimately train at Primal when you were like 14, 15 years old?
Well, actually, I have an older brother that's in the Army. His name is Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
He actually started going there first. And he asked me a couple times if I wanted to go. And I was just like, nah, just being lazy. And then one day he asked me again. This was in the morning. And I was like, sure. And the first foot I stepped in the gym, I seen two people sparring, fighting. His name was Goki and Kim, and I actually like it. They was just banging it out. I was like, I'm trying to do that, but it's not. It's different because you have to have technique. You just can't bring street fight to a professional fight. Otherwise, you just get your head knocked off.
Why is that? Why can you not bring a street fight in the octagon?
Because it's different. Street fight is more like I won't really say mainly, it's like a Russian thing. I'll probably say.
Oh, Russian?
Russian.
Like Nate Robinson did against Jake Paul.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, basically that and stuff like that.
It takes more technique.
Yeah, it
more
takes
technique. That's why Jake Paul won.
Yeah.
Because he had way more technique than.
Plus, he was a little calm, too. Jake Paul, he took his time, picked his shots out and stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, take us through that fight. Okay, so when I looked at that fight and I recapped it, one of the things that I noticed is that you got good hands, bro. You got good hands and you have good kicks. Are you a natural boxer, striker? Like, what's your fight style?
I mean, really, stand-up game is really like...
It's like that.
Yeah. Not being cocky or nothing. It's just, I know myself. So, I know that my stand-up game is good. I'm going to just say it's good because it can always get better.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with getting better at anything. So... I'm actually still getting better with this stand-up, actually. Stuff like that. But my wrestling, I got a lot of wrestling. Like, if it's forced, somebody take me on the ground, I got to do what I got to do to get back up. And stuff like that. Wrestle it out. I got to do what I got to do to get back up and stuff. But that's pretty much it.
I got you. So who are some of the fighters that you grew up watching that you were like, oh man, I want to be like him one day or her like that? What kind of fighters?
I got a couple people actually.
Okay, a couple people. Tell me what are they?
For one, I'm gonna have to say TJ Dillashaw.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah,
TJ.
Cause I like how the switch stance and stuff, his inside leg trips. Plus he do got some fast hands. And another person is Cody Garbrandt. He had some very good fast hands and stuff like that. And truly or not, as soon as I joined the gym, I looked at a couple videos. Wait, Theo. I'm sorry, man. I just.
Hey, you gotta shout out Theo.
For real, man.
So what is Theo? Okay, so you have a friendship with Theo. Explain your friendship with Theo, and also what are some of the things that he's trained you in or coached you in?
Okay.
I know he's helped you in your game.
For one, Theo actually. Well, I'm gonna start with the fight. The reason I look up to Theo so much is like, he's an excellent fighter.
Yes.
Stand up, ground game is excellent, and the reason I look up to him so much, cause he helped me. He like took me under his wing. He helped me with a lot of stuff I didn't know. He helped me with. I mess something up. I can go to him. He asks me. We drill it multiple times. You can ask him. I get frustrated. He tell me, bro, you don't need to get frustrated, bro. You need this, cause you going to fight. This happen. You gonna need it. So it's just, he helped me with a lot of stuff. Cutting weight. Telling me to lay out the bullshit food.
Okay, like what? Like
So,
McDonald's, Burger King?
Really, I could eat like cookies, McDonald's and stuff too.
I got you.
Stuff like that.
So what has he told you about being an amateur, the struggles and challenges of being an amateur? Because there's definitely a difference. I think very few people actually realize what amateurs go through, because you guys do put your body on the line. I mean, you guys do not get paid the same way that professionals do. Okay? So just explain, what are some of the things that you know from being an amateur in your first fight, and also some of the things like Theo and other fighters told you about the life of being an amateur?
Well, first thing first, I do want to say the fight game is money. You have to have money because medicals and all of that. So with that being said, I mean, amateur, because amateurs don't get paid at all. It's pros. But I really, at the moment, don't even think about the money, because this is just what I like to do.
Exactly.
I like the fight. I like the fight game. And then maybe I build my stats, my record up a little more. Then maybe I can think about going pro, or, going after the money, but not really, because I really don't care about the money. I like the game. I like the fight game.
You know what? I respect that. I actually was just interviewing Luke Staley, and he was telling me, he was like, look, if you're a mixed martial artist and you're doing it for the money, this is not the sport for you.
Yeah.
You gotta love the sport, because you're getting punched in the face. You're getting kneed in the stomach. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta love the sport. So just explain, why did you choose MMA? Why do you love MMA?
I actually, school days, I got into a lot of fights.
Okay. Why? Why'd you get into a lot of fights, man?
I'm always, I don't want to say I was a scary guy, but I was always like, I was the quiet dude, and out of my family, like shy. I guess I could say shy. I don't start anything. All the fights I really got into, I never started them.
You just finished them.
I finished them. And every fight I got into ended up ground and pound.
Okay. And so, like, when you finished those fights, when your brother saw that, how did you get that good? Was it because of you and your brother fighting all the time, or like how did you get that way?
Well, nah, not really. Cause another thing, I had like anger issues. Like one punch could really flip tables. So I get mad really easily. So the gym actually helped me. It helped me with calming me down and stuff. Cause like my coach said, you can't get angry in a fight and think you're gonna rush. No, you're gonna get your head knocked off like that. You gotta keep calm, slow pace, and do your work. But how I got good is mainly just keep training at the gym, go every day, and my coach, he helped me with stand up, how to throw jab correctly, straight right correctly.
How do you throw a jab correctly? If you could demonstrate to the viewers right over there.
I got you.
There's a video right there, and also right there.
I'm orthodox, so what you want to do is to lead leg, jump with it. Not really jump, but it's a push.
Okay.
You push with it. Pretty much it.
All right. So what are some of your favorite moves? The jab? Like, what's some of your favorite fighting moves? Let the people know.
I like the left roundhouse kick.
Okay.
I love it. I hit somebody in the face with it all day.
You would?
The lead leg.
The lead leg too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, 10 years from now, where is Jalen Mebane? I know you have a vision board. I feel like every person who's trying to do well for themselves, they have a vision board. They have a belief in where they want to go. 10 years from now, where is Jalen Mebane?
Hopefully in the UFC.
In the UFC, doing what?
Fight and making people from home proud. Take care of them. Stuff like that.
Absolutely. Well, hey, let me put Theo on the. I want to interview you a little bit too. I said I was going to interview you.
Okay.
We're going to interview both of you. So, what are some of the things that you taught Jalen and other amateurs on, like, the fight game, the business of it, and etc.? Like, what are some of the things that you need to tell Jalen, in preparation for his professional career?
Am I supposed to put this right?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna take all the credit, because it's be honest. Just shout out from my coach, Mishak. He taught us everything we know. It's just like for Jalen, it's just I saw a lot of potential in him, and he had talent on the get go, and and kind of he's the one who's actually willing to ask for my help. So that's why basically I kind of took him under my wings and help him as much as I can, and he didn't have any wrestling or grappling background, and our gym is mainly I would say pure striking gym. We have some jiu-jitsu, and we had a few guys that wrestle a little bit, when Goki and Tyler used to train at Primal. So Jalen's a really great training partner too, and then I took him everywhere with me, most of my amateur fights. He's been there with me, helping me prepare, and even for most of my pro fights, almost the last 3-4 my pro fights, I took him under to go with me, literally everywhere. We wake up early in the morning, go run in the park, and then we go to classes, and then because he don't have a ride, so he always asks me to pick him up. So I literally drive him back and forth. So I'll drive all the other side. So I pick him up here that one, and then come back to the gym, and then we would train hard, and he would go to all these I'm preparing for a title fight, championship title fights, and he's going through that with me. Imagine the level of how much improvement he's gonna get improved just rubbing off training with me, especially the fact that he's preparing for a title fight also in a way, but he don't even have no fights coming up at that time, and this is why for this first amateur fight,
you were so
his
calm.
Performance and his his was it blew everybody mind,
Exactly.
So that's why I was so proud of him. He was he did everything like. You know, like even surpassed what I had in my mind, you know, because I already had the confidence in him that he was going to do great and get the win. But he, like, bro, he made the guy tapped out verbally, you know, it's going to the third round. And he was crying after the fight, you know, so he was really emotional because he worked his ass off. I mean, you know what I'm saying, his butt off for that fight, you know, he was like, so all the training that I put him through and everything, you know, so and then all the coaches that the coach Meshach Adams put him through, so he was ready, you know, and that's why he looked more like he looked like he was making his professional debut, like he was like that high level, you know, because you know it's like you whoever you work and train with, you know, you become who you surround yourself with, you know, so that's why that's how he was able to perform at that level, you know.
Yes, sir, absolutely. So speak on that. What are some of the things that you've absorbed from spending your time with Theo and other great fighters on what it means to be a serious amateur, what it means to be a potential professional fighter? I just want you to explain like some of the things that you absorbed over the time.
Working hard, grinding a lot, you know, never give up. You never want to give up. And really, really just never give up. Just keep training your ass off.
Yeah, I feel like he got like the mindset too, like working with me, Goki, and Tyler, and all those high level guys, and also his like the skill too. You know, the skill is the best. You know, definitely. Like he picks up from different guys. That's one thing I noticed about him. He picks up like
I like that.
You know,
I like that. So what have you picked up from Goki, from Theo, and from like Theo? What have you picked up from Theo as a fighter?
A lot of wrestling.
Okay.
A lot of wrestling. Goki, a lot of wrestling. A lot of wrestling.
What about striking? What about grappling?
Yeah.
Striking.
More
from Coach Adam Meshach.
Yeah, more striking. I'd say more from Coach Meshach.
Okay.
But wrestling and grappling and stuff. Well, I take that back. Well, yeah, and a lot of wrestling and stuff coming from Theo and Goki.
Yeah, he has his better at finishing like submission than me. To be honest, like
really,
yeah, he's more like, for me, I have wrestling as my my background,
right?
But like the ground game, especially submission, it's just for the longest time I would avoid learning jiu-jitsu, even though I would like go like learn from these guys, and it's just like I was just like, it didn't really jiu-jitsu, it didn't really excite me at first, until I really I actually had to study the art more, right. dig down deep, and like why is and I study all these grades too, so, and it made me wanted to learn more, and like wow, and I'm gonna start picking up things now. I'm like going for submission,
So what got you into actually finally accepting jiu-jitsu? Was it an opponent, or was it just fighting in the gym? Like, what got you like realizing, okay, I got to take jiu-jitsu seriously?
Yeah, actually, I didn't start taking it serious once I kind of started my pro career, and I realized, man, I can't knock out everybody out. Like, you can't knock out everybody. And then like my last opponent and two, they were like, some of them guys have some hard heads. Like, I punched it, like my head would hurt too. So I was like, they wouldn't go. And a lot of the fighters, you're gonna have as you move up as your career, especially in the pro career, fights are gonna be tougher, and it's not gonna end up like always in a first or second round. Sometimes you're gonna have to go like to war, like, right. You know what I'm saying?
All 3 to 5 rounds.
3 to 5 rounds, and like, and if you gotta take whatever they give you,
right.
And sometimes they're not gonna. Those guys can take them hits and keep walking forward. And so if you have like opponent ground and submission there, and you be able to gotta capitalize on that and get the the win to put them out, you know, and you have to put these guys to sleep sometime. You know, these guys are warriors, like they're killers, and you have to like find a way to, you know.
I agree. I mean, when I looked at your last fight, an Ultimate Battlegrounds 5, you fought Dave Morgan.
Yeah.
Who was a Division II wrestler.
Yeah. Actually, I made a mistake. He's actually Division III.
Division III.
Yeah, two-time national champion.
So he's a Division III, two-time national champion.
Yeah.
And he went to war with you.
Yeah.
I mean, back and forth. It just seemed like both of you guys, for one, you guys were like GQ models, like all buffed out, and you know what I'm saying? You guys were going head to head, blow for blow. But I noticed, like, there was a time where I was like, whoa, is Theo gonna make it? But then you pushed through, and you went straight for that kick, and once that kick to the face happened, so just explain your mental in that fight and what made you persevere and ultimately win your first championship as a pro fighter.
Yeah. This fight, I had to take a smart and more cautious fight. Like, I knew this guy is a wrestler, and he would try to just mainly his game goal was to just go get a takedown, like throw like set up with like a wide like overhand. Like that's one of Khabib's go-to. He would throw overhand and do a body lock or a double leg, and a lot of wrestlers would go like the overhand. They would go fake a shot overhand, and I see a lot of his coming, you know, and I was expecting a lot of takedowns attempt from him, and I was able to stuff and shut a lot of his game plan, basically with a lot of every time he go into my little zone, my little bubble, I would piece him up. I was like pop, with hooks, uppercuts, and it's like, nah, this is my little bubble. You can't be here. Like, this is my zone. So every time he would come in there, I would like boom, he would get an uppercut right there, and he was like shooken up, and then he was like, hey, and then he would be hesitant because I always kept, and for me, I switch stands. I fight both sides. Most people probably watch my fights. They probably know that by now, like, you know. So, I switch a lot of stands. It's hard, it makes it unpredictable for guys to take me down and like just to like get in on me. Even they get on me, I have wrestling too. So, that shut down a lot of it. But he was, I kind of just. My game plan was just slowly pick him apart, you know, chopping his legs down, work the body, picking, like, you know, and it's more like just keeping my distance, keeping my range against a guy who's like that, who wants to get in close and get in a takedown. And then I saw him, I knew he was tired, like going in the second, like end of second round and third round. So, like, just. I knew that the leg kicks were wearing on him because every time he would like kick, he was like, and then he was like make that face and just like, you know, most people can't really take my leg kicks, you know. And then I just had, and this is the third time I had to hit somebody with head kick with my left foot, and which is the funny thing is it's my weaker foot. My left foot is my weaker foot.
Wow.
And this is my third fight back to back. I landed with I all dropped them, you know. And once I see them hurt, I just like I have a really good killer instinct. I just go for the pound, like just like ground and pound. But I was a little disappointed in myself that I didn't. I had some opportunity. I could have finished him with submission, you know. But honestly, the referee could have stopped it like once or twice for the ground and pound, because there were some points that he wasn't really defending himself, and I was just going off. I was going hand, like just going boom, boom. But and I had a rear naked choke that the last 30 seconds, I looking back at the video of the fight, I was kind of upset that I didn't change my grip. I had I was holding my fingers to fingers and had a rear naked choke. I should have grabbed my own bicep right here and then put my hands behind his back right there and just squeeze him. Even if he probably would have sleep right there, been way tighter, and I could have finished that fight. And it kind of messed up my my stats, you know, my record, because I was going like, for me it's more about like, you know, my stats and records. Yeah, the belt's nice, you know, but I'm trying to break records, you know, break stats. I was going for a 4th finish this year. That was like, I had 3 finishes. The last 3 were like TKO, KO, you know. So I was like, at least get one submission, because I've been really, back when I was working training at Jackson Wink at Albuquerque, New Mexico, I was really focused on my wrestling. That's my only thing, was like, I would hire a lot of working with these great coaches over there. doing privates and stuff. Like I would spend a lot of money, like at least $100 a week, trying doing privates just with the coaches over there, just work on my wrestling and my submission, especially with Coach TK, you know, Coach Joey, and you know, even Coach. I got to work with Coach Jackson and Greg Jackson and Coach Wink. So you know, with those are legends in the sport. You know, I took so much knowledge from them, and yeah, I'm excited. I was planning to move over there, but I don't know. I'll see how the whole situation with the COVID and the presidency. So right now I'm just gonna. I'll see how things goes from here, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And when are you fighting next? Are you fighting at Ultimate Battleground 6, or?
Yeah, I'm eyeing that February 6th. I wanna keep the momentum going. Like I like staying active, like competing. For me, I love fighting, you know, and I used to when I used to wrestle in high school. We compete all the time, like throughout like the week. You know, I like staying. We compete with like 2-3 matches in the regular season, and like tournaments we compete like 4 or 5 matches on the weekends. You know, so I'm used to that. You know,
yes, sir.
I'm used to like putting my body. I'm young right now. I'm still strong, but now I think I'm gonna take. To be honest, I take a little bit of break from this fight February 6th because I have to get my knee checked out. I found out I've been kind of fighting with a knee injury. Like for the past 2 fights, I literally had to fight with a knee injury. So I either have a sprained ligament or I tear my meniscus. I just went to the doctor, checked up this Monday. So, and I was like, you know, I didn't really like mind at all, you know. I didn't really pay too much attention. I thought it was like the craziest thing was, to be honest, it was actually I got heard from my own teammate Jalen, but it was funny. It was by accident, you know. It was literally 30 minutes. What happened was 30 minutes before the fight against Kenny Hill. Remember that fight?
Yes.
Yeah, this was like October 3rd, back like 2 months ago.
Wow.
It literally happened 30 minutes right before the fight. And then my knee was so stiff, bro. What happened was Jalen took a shot on my leg, and my knee twisted from right here. It was like that, ooh. And I heard a little pop too. But I didn't. I mean, it's just like because I wasn't really paying attention when Jalen took a shot on me. I was kind of looking. I looked at somebody else because somebody was calling me, and then he took a shot, and then that's what happened was, and literally there was 30 minutes before the fight, and bro, I had to. What happened was. That's why that fight, I barely could move my knee, right? Yeah. So I just had I psyched myself up mentally and had all the adrenaline, right? So I couldn't stand and bang with the guy. I couldn't barely move as I used to because my right knee was so stiff, right? Yeah. So what happened was that fight. That's why that was probably one of my that's probably one of my boringest fight because. That guy all he wanted to do was throw haymakers and bomb, and he tagged me like 2-3 times, and I was like, oh hell no, I don't know how to stand and bang with this guy because I couldn't slip or move around, like dodge him out the way. So all I did that fight was straight take him down like nonstop. I literally took him down I think like 7 or 8 times that fight, and then it's a good way I could showcase my wrestling because I never really showcased any my wrestling or grappling at all. Like all my previous fights, people think I'm just a pure striker. Like
no,
because no, I'm not. I'm not just a pure striker. It was one way I was able to show the case that I just didn't know how to put my wrestling and striking together at the time. Yeah. So this fight, that last fight when I had I hurt my knee. That's I had to adapt, you know. And after getting literally 30 minutes right before warming up, and so I just for me, you know. Just like Bruce Lee said, I mean, you know, be water, you know. That's my mindset was be water, be able to adapt, you know. And Floyd Mayweather, he says...
The GOAT?
Yeah, the GOAT. He says, the best fighter is not the best striker or the best grappler, or you know what I'm saying? I think he said it. Maybe been with it.
I don't think it was.
Oh,
Floyd.
maybe.
Definitely
Well,
not.
maybe
not a grappling.
But maybe not. No, but he's like able to adapt to anybody. But like the best striker, best fighter is the person who can adapt to anybody.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Floyd.
I don't think Floyd would say it, but he has a really good fight
mindset.
IQ and can able to adapt to anybody. You know,
Exactly.
that's what I was thinking. I don't know what I said. He
You
said
good,
it.
brother?
Yeah. So I had to adapt, but I still got that win. I had the TKO finish later. So I've been training the last 2 months and fighting the last 2 fights, even with a knee injury, bro.
Wow.
Yo,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Take some time.
Yeah,
Take some time. Relax. Because I'm telling y'all, when y'all see Theo Rlayang in the octagon, it's something to see.
Yes.
But
sir.
take us through that, man.
The fight?
Yeah, I'm saying like so like you hit him in the knee.
Yeah.
You know, like just let us know your emotions, and then watching your brother in the octagon.
Well, first in round 1, I really, to be honest, I didn't even have a game plan. It was just play smart the whole time. Play smart the whole time. Keep your distance, and shoot, that's exactly what I did. You know, he was actually bigger than me, so I actually thought that he was gonna come out rushing a little bit, because I actually watched one of his old videos, but he had took it down before the fight, which I believe if you know you fighting the opponent, that's what they're gonna do. They gonna hide they post from you, so you don't know how they train and stuff, which I ain't have a big deal about it, you know. Plus I wasn't worried about him. I was just worried about getting myself ready so I could be ready to do my thing when I get in the octagon, and that's just what I did.
So what are some of the takeaways that you took? Because I believe that you can learn from both your wins and your losses.
Yeah.
So take us to like watching the fight. What are some of the things that you can add to your arsenal from your first fight experience as an amateur?
I'll probably say more wrestling, probably more wrestling, using it, because everybody not gonna want to stand and bang with you. You punch somebody the wrong way, they're gonna take you down immediately, and you just gotta be ready for it.
I got you. Okay, so let's say you're fighting a fighter, and you see that his eyes get big, right? You punch him, and you automatically know. Do you go all out, or are you patient? Jalen Mebane, what do you do?
You pace yourself, because his eyes get big. He might want to start rushing. You know, you still keep your distance, throw the jabs out, just play smart, really. And if you see the kill, then that's when you go for it. But if you don't, ain't no need to rush. You got all 3 rounds, unless you're going for a title.
Hey, that sounds seasoned. Because like when I went to my first boxing event, the amateurs, they were just rushing.
Yeah.
They were going at each other, just going hand to hand. So for you to just be patient, that's amazing, because I know a lot of young fighters. So okay, have you ever been in the gym where you were fighting somebody for the first time and they were straight rushing you? And if you have a fighter who's straight wrestling you, how do you handle that?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I sparred one of my teammates. I forgot his name. Because he's still kind of new to the gym and stuff. But he got some hands, but he be rushing a lot. And that's how he got to build his cardio up, too, because he be getting tired. But how I handled it, really, straight, a lot of kicks. A lot of people don't like my kicks.
Yeah, they got power.
Yeah, I can throw it straight right. Mainly. That's pretty much it, though. So, but a lot of kicks.
So what is it like training as a mixed martial artist? As somebody who wants to be a professional fighter, how much time do you spend eating, you know, making sure you have the right diet, making sure you're training right, you know, exercising? Like, what is it like, the daily grind of being an amateur trying to become a professional?
Well, I'm going to say, for one, it ain't easy.
Okay.
If this really what you want, you have to live up to it. You have to be ready, because for one, like the diet part. When I'm not like now, we could probably got like a month left before our next fight, which is on February the 6th. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of eating bullshit food right now. I'm like,
what you eating? What you eating that's not supposed to right now, man?
Greasy food.
Oh,
greasy.
That's the best kind. That's the best kind.
Yeah, well, you not getting ready for a fight, but when I'm have a fight, I already have my diet ready. I eat once a day, and the stuff I eat: fish, broccoli, carrots, maybe a little bit of light rice.
Light rice.
He's actually more disciplined than me, and I've been doing it for like 4 or 5 years, and he's more disciplined than me than the cutting the weight, bro.
I mean, he's watching you. He's watching fighters. That's probably what it is. He's like, nah, I can't do that.
But yeah, but cutting weight, man, it's hell though.
Wait, but what are you, a lightweight?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, just stay the same weight, right? Like, what is it? Like, how many pounds do you have to lose right now for your fight, for your next one? Do you even have to lose any weight right now?
Probably like, not bad. Probably just 9 pounds.
No. Wait a minute, you got to cut
lose
9
right
pounds?
now.
You got to cut 9 pounds. How fast can you cut that weight?
How fast can I? Are you just saying like when I cut weight, like would I walk around and then would I cut?
Yeah, like
I
when you
walk around 170, 175.
Wow, how many pounds do you have to lose usually? You said 9 pounds?
Nah, like the last 2 weeks of the fight, I want to probably be about probably 9 pounds over, 9 to 10 pounds over. Then the last week, I can't even say. Let me see, probably 5 pounds over, cause on that the Monday, Tuesday, cause the last week you don't want to do all heavy workouts and stuff, because you don't want to hurt yourself. Then you're going to be able to end up fighting. So that's really, that week, fight week, is really the week just cut weight. You know, either run, and mostly running and stuff like that. And then on that Wednesday or Thursday, you know, then that's when you go to the sauna and cut the water weight. Cut all the water weight and stuff.
That must be hard. Just take us through that mentally. Like, what are some of the things you have to go through mentally with that?
So, cutting weight, I never been in an actually like sauna, but a car sauna. We was in this car when we was cutting weight. When we had to cut the rest of our weight, we was just sitting in this car with the heat on blast, because you know the COVID and stuff.
My
going
friend
around.
calls it the ghetto sauna.
Yeah.
Oh wow, the ghetto sauna. Okay.
Yeah, because you know with the COVID and stuff going around,
Yeah.
they actually closed all the inside saunas and stuff.
Nationwide, they're all closed.
Yeah, but it ain't good. Ain't a good feeling, I tell you that.
I believe that.
It's like,
He lost literally like 5 pounds.
yeah.
And how
The
long
morning,
the time span?
That morning on Friday.
3-hour drive.
Yeah, 3-hour drive.
Wow.
That morning,
He's supposed
I
to weigh
weighed
in
myself
156, right?
156.
Okay.
Or 155. I went down there and got on the scale. I weighed in at 151.
After the sauna.
Yeah.
Wow.
After they stayed in the car, because basically he was good on weight.
Yeah,
he was already
good
good on weight. He didn't have to cut. It was just like, for me, I had the last 2.5 pounds that wouldn't come up. It was, bro, it did not move budge at all. Like,
You were talking about it on social media. You were literally like, what were you in, bro? Like, you were in like a whole black
I had
suit
a
or something?
sauna vest on.
Woo.
I had that weight cut. I was literally 5 pounds over in the morning. Still 5 pounds, and then I cut most of the weight. I went to the gym. I went to Matrix MMA early in the morning to cut the weight, because they have a little portable sauna too.
Yeah.
Like a steamer in there. I ran like 3 miles, and then did a little biking, and I did a little cycle between the bike and the little sauna, like 2-3 rounds on that, and I only lost literally like 3 pounds just on that. I was like, and then after I even hop on Epsom hot bath.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so 3 pounds, and then I tried to do again the last 2.5. It did not move at all. I was like, the water weight was all like drained. Like basically, I had no weight, and bro, I was like dying.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, I'm not gonna do it.
You know, I do actually have a question. So I know, like, as a pro fighter, if you do not cut the necessary weight, they're gonna fine you money.
Yeah, they're gonna take your purse, or like, you know, and it depends on the fighters too. If your opponent, you came at too heavy, like maybe it's like 3 pounds or more, he might not want to fight you. He's like, nah, I don't want to fight you, or he'll give you a time. You got to cut that weight in like an hour. You got to finish cutting that 2.5, 3 pound by the hour, or the fight's off like that. You know.
Wow.
So all that training, all the money. You know,
that goes down.
Most of the time, they take the purse. You know.
Really, they take the whole purse?
Not the whole purse, like
just a percentage taken.
They do that all the big promotions too. Like
the big promotions, like I wonder about amateurs though. Like, what happens to amateurs if
That's a good question.
Yeah, for amateurs, I believe most time it depends on the guy, your opponent, the guy who made weight, and if he wants to keep fighting, you know. So he was like, yeah, I'll still fight, you know. But if you're a smart guy, you're a smarter amateur, you would tell the guy to cut the weight. Try like give him a certain hour, or like sometimes amateurs most time they can weigh on the day before the fight, you know. So you can weigh again the next day on Saturday, you know. So they can finish cutting the weight and weigh in the next morning. But that'll be harder for you because you don't get to eat that night. And then it'll be harder for them. But that's would be ideal if somebody came in overweight, because most of the time a guy who come on overweight, they feel like, you know, that them extra few pounds, you know, it
gives them a little extra power.
You know, it's more a little power too, and like you know, just cutting that last 2.5, like 2-3 pounds. That's like that's the most stubborn pound weight, bro. That drains a lot of energy out of you, bro. You have to like literally like 2.5, bro. I just had to chew gum and spit on a bottle and just like just come sweating. I had like 2-3 hoodies on, like a hoodie, a jacket, and I had a beanie on, and a sauna suit, bro. We were dying in there.
That's crazy.
We put our body through hell, bro.
Didn't you have to go through something like that when you faced Kenny Hill? Like, I felt like wasn't it the news like he came in a little overweight, but you decided to fight anyway? Yeah,
dude. He called me like literally the day of the weigh-in. He was like, because the fight was supposed to be at 55. He's like, yo, I don't think I can make 155. Can we do catch weight 160? I was like, dang. I was like, bruh. Alright, sure, yeah. But in my head, it's like, bro, I'm gonna make him pay for like, for, you know what I'm saying? Not pay, like gonna punish him for making me cut all this weight, you know. And he can't even make 155, you know. And then you know what happened was he came in like 165. Even though we agreed to 160. Yeah. I was like, bro, this man came 10 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
I was like, what in the world? But I mean, I came in at 155. They didn't even know. I came in like 156 because you know, they didn't like. I went my first weight in, and then the commission were like, you have to be in 5 pounds range with him. So you know what I had to do? I had to start chugging and drinking water. So I had to gain weight. It's literally like that minute after I weigh in, because he came in like 165, so I have to be 5 pound difference with him. So literally, I just put on my jacket and hoodies and everything, and then the crazy funny thing on the record, on the stats, they actually put me 167, which is I did weigh 157. I came like 163, but I think they messed it up though. But the fight still happened, you know, and.
You got the victory. I know you were probably frustrated that you couldn't finish him a little bit more.
Definitely make him pay for this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you ended up winning. But what are some next steps for you, Theo, when it comes to the fight game? I know you want to take some time off, but after you take some time off, when do you want to fight next? And
I would, like I said, I would like to keep the momentum going, keep going fighting if I can, you know. But you gotta be smart with your career. I'm gonna try and have a long career too, you know. I want to heal up my leg, knee, And yeah, so I'm gonna take the smart things, heal up, be 100%, and then once I'm like 100%, like I might have to be like maybe I'll see how what the doctor says, how long I'll be out, you know, and hopefully not too long. But in the meantime, bro, I just I'll be working too. Like I'll be studying. I'm still being training and keeping myself active. In the meanwhile, you know. And then, but hopefully, once I get back, I'll be on it like real like last year. Just fight back to back as much because I love it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I definitely see myself maybe like two, 3 more fights and get in contender series or like whatever. You know, get contender series in front of Dana White or fighting for UFC or like if other opportunities open door. Like I don't mind fighting for one championship too. That's another thing I've been eyeing. So like, yeah. So I'm just keeping my. Definitely, I see this year. My plan is to fight in a big promotion, like get a global stage. Take over the global stage. Like I just saw the rankings. Like I'm number 1 in Virginia, the East Coast now as a pro for my weight class. So, but
congratulations.
Yeah. So I want to take over, fight on the global stage and dominate. I want to get. The thing is, I'm not really rushing to get to the big promotion right now because like especially UFC, PFL, Bellator, all that one championship. Because I want to go in there ready, like well-rounded, like I want to dominate. I don't want to just go in there just like because the thing about fighting in the UFC or like top promotion, you get 1 or 2 losses, you get cut. If you're not ready. So I don't want what I'm saying. I want to go in there like just strong and like on another level. It's like
I can't wait to see that, bro.
Yes, sir.
I cannot wait to see what Theo you're gonna do in the octagon, and I cannot wait to see what you're gonna do. Thank you very much for coming on.
We're about to take over the fight game.
Yes, sir. Take over the fight game.
And the Jungle King.
The Jungle King. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're listening to 105.1 Live. Peace, family.
Much love, brother.
Much love.